was create, which is Genesis 1:1. In Hebrew, looked it up. The word's bara, Bara. Yeah. And so it means, in normal Hebrew language, it means to make fat or to create, like it has, or to form. But what's cool is in Hebrew, there's 7,500 words, which sounds like a lot, but in English, we have like 200,000. So 7,500 versus 200,000. So then in Hebrew, the words are pretty fluid. You can use them for different things and have a wide uh, meaning, so they're flexible. So we kind of have to determine what does the word mean right up to start off the bat. In the beginning, God created, right? So what does it mean when we say God created? And we kind of have to look at the story. What did God do when He created the world? And so the first part, verse 3, um, was there was darkness, right? Darkness was over the face of the deep, and it was just this chaos, right? And then what God did, He spoke, and there was light. Okay, so what's happening is in this creation, this bara, God takes darkness, He forms it through His words to bring light. And what's cool is the light is called, it's not just like this abstract light, the light's called day. And so what's super important about day to the Hebrews and to us, it marks time. So like every day you get up with the sun and you go to bed with the sun. But especially for the Hebrews who like that's their clock. It's our clock too, but that's even more so for them. Uh, the making of light or the sun, etc., is the making of time. And so God is taking this chaotic darkness and He's ordering it to bring about light or time. And then we read the rest of the story of creation or bara, and we learn God ordering even more stuff like agriculture, and He orders the weather and that kind of thing. So He's taking these things that are just like mass chaos, and He's bringing them together to make something like beautiful, right? And so you could almost sometimes created gets this bad rap, and we think uh, poof, but it's more. If you look at the story, it's God in the beginning. God ordered or rearranged things uh, to make them good. So that's what it means when it talks about bara. What's cool about words in the Hebrew is they develop throughout, and so I'm going to show you. Uh, so just so we're on the right page, God ordered. So God like goes like you think of when you go into a kid's room and it's just a complete mess. God starts picking up the toys, putting them in the right buckets. Maybe that makes sense. So He's ordered. Bara is order. And so just to like establish that, I chose some other instances of bara throughout the Old Testament. Skipping to Isaiah 45, I form light and create darkness. Create is the word bara. I bring prosperity, and bara, create calamity. And so you can go with create here, but look at the problem that does. I form light. God creates darkness. That's not what we learned on page 1 of the Bible. And then I bring prosperity and create calamity. God creates calamity. God creates terribleness. You could fit that into like your doctrine, but better, it just makes sense from what we learned from Genesis 1. I form light and order darkness to bring about light, right? And I bring prosperity and order calamity. So He takes the bad things in our life and orders them to bring prosperity. And that's definitely makes more sense. So yeah, so bara is ordering. So you keep going. Here's another one from Amos. Behold, He who forms mountains, bara, and bara winds, creates winds. So we could thinking God's the one who poof wins, or we could be thinking God's the one who directs winds. He's ordering them. He's arranging them which way to go. And this fits perfectly because you get to the New Testament and it says that even the winds obey Jesus, right? The winds and the waves. So bara Jesus, right? The winds are obeying. He's not just like poof winds. It's like the winds are following which way He says. So up to now, I imagine you've been thinking God is the rearranger, like because I've been saying it, and that's right. He's like this rearranger, like I can't say that he's like this mom character picking up things and putting them in the right buckets. But anyway, that's what I just said. But it's more than that, so that's good. What's cool, and this is what's really cool about English words, is like they take and Hebrew words, they take like you almost don't see it. I'll just show you. So who is the person who does rearranging? Who's the one who orders things? And you start thinking about the word order, and like you have to be powerful to move things, right? And to order them. And to give orders to things, like I'll just say it and it's going to start popping in your head. You're giving orders. Like maybe you think military, but probably you think, if you're thinking biblically, you think of a king. And so the king is the one who gives orders. And so with God being the one who ordered darkness and orders calamity and orders the winds, the Bible presents God with the word bara as a king who gives orders. So that's super cool. So God is king is the big announcement in Genesis 1 and really throughout the whole Bible. And so you read in the Psalms, what's his name? David is like, bara in me a new heart. Order in me a new heart. Change my priorities, right? I got them wrong. And God is king, so he can do that. And so what's cool is God offers to do that for us, to change our heart, to reorder our heart with right priorities, if we will submit to his order, his kingly order, to follow him, because he's king, right? And so if we chosen to follow him, we being in God's image, we are also to be barers, B-A-R-A-ers, to be orderers, and we're supposed to bring order to this chaotic world, to make it like God wants it.